Imagine this. You wake up every morning, go to work, come home, scroll your phone, watch a few shows, sleep, and then repeat day after day, week after week, year after year. Safe, predictable, ordinary. But deep down, you know something's missing because you weren't born to live an ordinary life. Life isn't about fitting into the mold society built for you. It's not about following the checklist: graduate, get a job, buy a car, get a house, retire, die. No, you were born to create, to build, to fight, to love, to inspire. You were born to stand out. And yet so many people silence that fire inside them. They tell themselves, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this dream is too big. Maybe I should just settle down and live like everyone else. But let me remind you, ordinary is safe. Extraordinary is painful. But the pain of growth is nothing compared to the regret of never trying. When you look back at your life, what will you see? Will you see years spent following rules you never agreed to? Or will you see a story worth telling? A story of risks, of battles, of victories, of scars that proved you lived? Most people want comfort. They want easy. But here's the truth. The more you value comfort, the less you value progress. Progress is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Chasing your destiny will rip you out of your comfort zone and throw you into the unknown. But the unknown is where greatness lives. Every man, every woman carries a war inside between who you are and who you know you're meant to be, and you're going to suffer either way. Either suffer from discipline or suffer from regret, but only one of those paths is worth dying on. So choose wisely. You see, the world doesn't need another perfect person. The world needs you, not the watered down average version of you, but the real you, the bold you, the unapologetic you. Because inside you is a vision, a dream, a calling. And if people laugh at your dream, let them. They laugh because they don't have dreams of their own. They gave up on their vision, so they'll try to kill yours. Don't let them. Think about this. At the end of your life, you will meet the person you could have been, the version of yourself who took risks, who fought, who refused to settle. And every day I chase that person. Because I don't want to die never meeting him, and neither should you. But let's be real. Chasing greatness isn't easy. It takes consistency. It takes persistence. It takes doing the work even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, even when nobody's watching. That orb is the dream, not the destination, not the car, the house, the money. The dream is in the struggle, the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. That is where transformation happens. Maybe right now you feel lost. Maybe life has beaten you down. Maybe people told you you'll never make it. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the pathway to success. Nobody climbs a mountain without falling, slipping, struggling, but the falls are what make the summit worth it. Every scar is proof that you kept going. So stop waiting. Stop saying, I'll start tomorrow. Who promised you tomorrow? Life changes in an instant. The only time you have is now. Not next year, not next month, not someday. Now. And every minute you waste living small is a minute stolen from the extraordinary life you were born to live. Here's the truth. Your doubts will whisper, you're not ready. Your fears will scream, stay safe. And the world will try to put you back in the box, but you don't belong in that box. You were meant to break it, because ordinary is not your destiny, extraordinary is. I want you to picture yourself 10 years from now. Will you look in the mirror and see a life of regret? Or will you see a warrior who gave everything, who fought, who failed, who rose again, and who lived? The choice is yours. But remember this, you were not born to live an ordinary life. You were born to change the world. Fear. It's the invisible chain that holds millions of people hostage. Fear of failing. Fear of being judged. Fear of starting over. Fear of not being enough. But let me tell you the truth. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your compass. Because the very thing you're most afraid of is often the thing that will set you free. Think about it. Every breakthrough you've ever had in life came right after fear. The first time you stood up to speak in front of people, your hands shaking. The first time you confessed your feelings to someone you loved, your heart racing. The first time you took a risk, left a job, started something new, fear was screaming in your ear. But you did it anyway. And that's when you grew. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means go. Most people run from fear. They hide. They avoid it. But not you, not anymore. Because fear is fuel. Every time you face it, every time you stare it down and walk through it, you become stronger. You start to realize fear is just a wall made of paper. It looks solid from a distance. But the moment you step through, you discover freedom. And here's the secret. Your destiny lives on the other side of fear. But it's not enough to face fear once. You have to face it again and again and again. This is where persistence comes in. You see, success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the strongest. It belongs to the most relentless. The ones who refuse to quit. The ones who fall 100 times and rise 101. Persistence beats talent. Persistence beats luck. Persistence beats everything. There will be nights when you want to give up. When the weight feels too heavy, when nobody believes in you, when the voices in your head scream louder than the world outside. And in that moment, you'll have a choice to quit or to keep going. That's the moment that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. Because the truth is, you don't have to feel strong to be strong. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. Remember this, every hero you admire was once a scared human being. They had doubts, they had fear, they had failures. The difference, they didn't stop there. Think of the greats. Muhammad Ali was told he'd never be champion. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. They could have quit, they could have surrendered, but they didn't, because greatness doesn't come from comfort. It comes from resilience. And resilience is not built overnight. It's built in the grind. When you show up to train while everyone else is sleeping. When you keep writing even when nobody reads it. When you keep pushing even when nobody claps. That's where resilience is born. Resilience is built in silence. Resilience is built in pain. Resilience is built in the lonely nights when nobody sees you. And one day, that resilience will shine so bright, the whole world won't be able to ignore it. So let me ask you, what's the fear you've been avoiding? What's the dream you've been postponing? What's the mountain you've been staring at, telling yourself, maybe one day? That one day is today. Stop running from fear. Run toward it. Stop waiting for perfect timing. There is no perfect timing. The only time you have is now. Persistence is doing the work when motivation is gone. Persistence is saying, I will try again after the world says no. Persistence is promising yourself you won't quit, no matter what. Because here's the truth. Discipline eats motivation for breakfast. You don't need to feel like it. You don't need to wait until you're inspired. You just need to do it day in, day out, no excuses. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, you will fail. Yes, people will doubt you. But if you keep going, if you persist long enough, something magical happens. You stop being afraid. You stop doubting yourself. You stop waiting for permission. You realize that you are unstoppable. Say it with me. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable because the only person who can truly stop you is you. So the next time fear whispers in your ear, smile. The next time obstacles stand in your way, push harder. The next time you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Because fear is not the end. Persistence is not punishment. Resilience is not suffering. They are the very things that will turn your life from ordinary into extraordinary. So rise, stand tall, embrace the fear, persist through the pain, build resilience in the silence, because you weren't born to live an ordinary life. You were born to be a warrior. You were born to conquer. You were born to inspire. And your story has only just begun. One day, you will leave this earth. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because when your time comes, when your story is over, you won't care about how many likes you got on social media. You won't care about how many hours you wasted comparing yourself to others. You won't care about the opinions of people who never walked in your shoes. The only question will be, did I live? Did I love fiercely? Did I take risks? Did I chase my calling? Did I make this short time count? Or did I play it safe? Did I shrink my dreams? Did I trade my destiny for comfort? Every great life is built on decisions, not wishes, not luck, not waiting. Decisions. You decide if you're going to be average. You decide if you're going to rise above fear. You decide if you're going to wake up tomorrow and take one step closer to your dream. Not your parents, not your boss, not society. You. It has always been you, and it will always be you. Keys? But here's what I know. Every single one of us has a voice inside whispering, there's more for you. Don't stop here. You were made for greater. And that voice is right. The pain you feel right now, it's shaping you. The obstacles in your way, they're teaching you. The storm you're walking through, it's not breaking you, it's building you. Because when you come out of the storm, you will not be the same person who walked into it. That's what the storm is all about. You have to stop asking, why me? Start asking, why not me? Why can't you be the one who breaks the cycle in your family? Why can't you be the one who achieves what everyone else said was impossible? Why can't you be the one who inspires millions by refusing to quit? You can. You should. You must. Because if not you, then who? Listen to me. Your life is a gift. Your breath is a gift. Every sunrise you see is another chance to write a new page. Don't waste it living small. Don't waste it chasing someone else's dream. Don't waste it believing the lies that you're not enough. You are enough. You've always been enough. But now, it's time to show the world. So rise, warrior. Rise from your excuses. Rise from your doubts. Rise from the ashes of your past. You have a mountain to climb. You have a destiny to fulfill. You have a world to impact. And you must not, live an ordinary life. Because you were born for fire. You were born for battle. You were born for greatness. 10 years from now, you will either be proud of the risks you took or haunted by the chances you never took. The choice is yours, not tomorrow, not next week, now. So step into your calling. Face your fear. Persist through the pain. Embrace the storm. And when the world tells you to be realistic, smile and remember, you weren't born to live an ordinary life. You were born to be extraordinary. You were born to change the world. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. Smash subscribe. Share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of their greatness. Because together we are building a movement of warriors, a movement of dreamers, a movement of people who refuse to settle for ordinary. And if you're watching this right now, you are one of them. Welcome to the fight. Now go. Live the life you were born to live.